Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are back once again with 2SRL Assetto Corsa Competizione Season 5, Round 5. And we are here with 26 drivers at the Spanish Barcelona track here. I mean, it's well known from F1, and it has some opportunities for good battling, so we're looking forward to this race, and by we I mean well, hopefully the viewers and then the commentators, which is me, Timo, and alongside me again after being gone for a little bit, it's Triton.
Hello everyone, yeah, it's good to be back, and I'm looking forward to this because yeah, a lot has happened while I was gone in terms of driver lineup and championship fighting, so this will hopefully be an interesting battle. I've seen that Felix Rupert has been kind of running away with things while I was gone.
Yeah, he had some really good drives, some more dominant than others. He came out on top in the clown show that was Bathurst. Yeah, I mean, I call it that because it was, well, Rupert got crashed out early, and then it was like five people debating about who wanted to win the least, and you know, they all kind of threw the win away, and Rupert came in and made a brilliant comeback, and that's also why he finds himself close to the top in the championship. In fact, I'm gonna check the standings in this very second to see if he is on top. He has taken the championship lead. He's sitting on 150 points ahead of George Brabner, who's got 126. So good gap for him there. He is fast, so that was kind of to be expected. And he was leading this qualifying session as George Brabner narrowly beats him by 0.009 of a second. But Rupert's got a time coming himself, and it's gonna be an improvement, and it is an improvement by 0.2. So 42.6 puts him on the front spot for now. We are about halfway in, so I expect the drivers to get some new tires on their car and start their second qualifying stint. Right around now, yeah, Rupert does it, Van Herding does it. Chumley's up by, I think, half a second, so he's got an improvement coming that could get him close to Olivier and Illigner. So yeah, it should be fun.
Yeah.
Also, we've got Turkey driving, or I have no idea how to say that first name. Grega Turkali? I don't know. Turkal. We're just gonna go with Turkey, because that's his Discord handle.
Yeah, I feel like that's a bit easier.
Yeah, and we have John Lloyd, who I'm not sure if we've seen yet. I think I've seen the name, but it was probably one race last season or something. And then Nuno Jorge, or yeah, I think that's how you say it, in the Mercedes is new, and that's the last one, not a new driver, but the fact that he is driving this race is absolutely Pogger's mate, as the cool kids would say. I'm sure they would say that.
God.
It's Yugos, who is he was championship contender in the first two seasons, and then left us and drove F1, but he's giving it a shot, which is interesting.
Yeah, he was season 2 he was the championship leader and the one to beat, I remember, until I believe it was Zandvoort, so like that was like round 6, where he was like 12 seconds in the lead, and then his wheel disconnected and he was into the wall, and after that he missed a round
2.
or something.
That was season 2.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said season 2.
Okay, yeah. Oh, I thought you meant
You're like, no, I won season 1. I need to remind we need to remind everyone. Yes, you were the only one fighting for that championship. Yes,
that's not true. That's actually not true. But
he's up to P6 now. So he's already up at the front, showing that he has not lost that much speed. So very impressive showing so far.
Yeah, it's a really good time for someone who hasn't played the game in a while. He sort of just about turned into an alien when he left. So we I don't know if we ever really got to see Yugos in his final form, or let's say current form in ACC, and that should be interesting in that case. I have no idea if he did any prep work for this, but you know, this race participation from him came out of absolutely nowhere for me. I didn't expect this at all, so I think he probably didn't practice much. And being only 8 cents off then is completely fine. Also
Very
because
impressive.
he's up on his time by quite a bit actually. So let's follow him through through Kamsa, aka turn 9. We've got Triton in the commentator's booth, so I don't expect to be bombarded by random corner name knowledge bombs anymore. He goes into the pit lane. He's abandoned. Doesn't want.
Yeah, I only know on that I only know about Kamsa, and then I think I know a few of them, but that's from the AC track description, which is I think a bit wrong. So
yeah, I think one is called Renault, one is called
turn 1 and 2 are Renault, and then turn 3 is Elf.
Yeah, exactly.
Turn 4 I forget.
Repsol,
I forget turn 4. Turn what is it?
I think Repsol. Is it that?
Yeah, I think that's it. And then turn 5 is Seat.
Okay,
turn 7 and 8, I don't know, and then turn 9 we know Kamsa.
Yeah, they must have gotten some solid cash for naming their corners after brands. You know, Repsol, Elf, Renault. So that's probably how they financed the track. You know.
Yeah, I thought Renault was a thing for Fernando Alonso, but back in the day, because it was Renault and Elf were the two of the sponsors, I think.
Maybe. I mean, Elf
Perhaps.
was a sponsor of Renault for quite a while, so
yeah,
it's not too unlikely. I don't actually know, so I'm not gonna make any definitive statements.
Looking right now at the standings, it seems as though we do have a bit of a constructors battle going on potentially. So between the Lamborghini Dell'Amore SC, Lamborghini cars of Olive and Brabner, and then also the Benelux team of Vanden Hutting and Rupert. So I know we kind of had like an actual constructors battle last season, but it seems like we might get that this season again.
Yeah, and it would be Olive and Brabner going into this again, I think, as underdogs. I think Benelux Racing just looks really strong.
Yeah, I agree.
But it's not to say that the Lamborghini squad doesn't have a chance. Joe Brabner pulls to the side of the road. He is probably going to put in one last attempt on very low fuel, and will hope to be able to beat Rupert with that. Vanden Hutting coming through the final corner, up 1/10, so that massive gap between P2 and P3 is certainly not going to be bridged with that, but it's cut down by 2/10 as he improves 43.1 the time now. And
let's see what Rupert can do. He comes across the line and does not improve.
Nope.
Yeah, he's 5 seconds now, so he's gonna go now.
Oh.
Yeah, he's going now for his for a flyer. So
yeah,
this is his last attempt.
Yeah, but Brabner's still in the pit lane, so he's not going to improve on his time.
Oh yeah,
which is quite peculiar. Yugos up on his time again. I always know a little bit more because I've got the broadcasting client open. Vanden Hutting also probably some time in this lap. I see some green mini sectors popping up on my second screen right now, so some exciting things might happen. I think Ruben has some time in this lap. Chumley, by the way, solid position right now, P4. He has struggled a little bit in recent races, especially, or in recent weekends. It's Monday. Let's stick with races.
Recent race, recent
qualifying
sessions.
In qualifying, in recent qualifying sessions in the race. I don't know, man. It wasn't weird before I tried to find 4 different wordings for it. So
Rupert has gone off the road a bit here, so he's gonna abandon his last attempt.
Yeah, which is not the biggest loss. I don't really expect people to just dethrone him quite like that from here on out. Vanden Hutting not up on his time. Chumley starting a last attempt. He's gonna do turns 1 and 2. Mills and Chris off in the same place. Let's hope they didn't come together. Mills no.
I haven't seen that in a while. Yeah,
Yeah.
Fortunately or unfortunately, depending on how you want to look at it. I have not seen the Mills no moments.
So the
Um,
three, oh, what's Yugos done? He pulls over, but yeah, he stays he stays in P6, and I don't think there's gonna be much in the way of improvement. Oliver also drives to the side of the track. I believe Chumley might be the only one out of the top group who is still got some improvement in him. Someone who is very far down the order is Veldman, currently in P14, which is probably because he has not really done any practice. He's driven the Nordschleife.
yeah, a handful of the drivers have been doing the 24-hour race, I believe.
Yep, Veld, Sam, Chris, and no, Pixel's not an ACC driver. Also, wow, yeah. So those are the drivers that did the Nordschleife race, and they are probably a little low on practice. Veld is gonna improve it. How many places is it gonna be? I don't think it's too much. It is P10, so just about into the top 10. Yeah, not horrendous, but he's gonna be kicking himself a little bit, I imagine. He's probably got some ambitions.
Yeah, I had a word with him. He said he's not very confident, but I think he's gonna take what he can get at this point. That's what the consensus seemed to be between him, between Chris Stricker, or aka Kimmy, and yeah, a handful of them have been are kind of just like trying to see what they can do. Yeah, just go with whatever happens, hope for the best. But yeah, there's our grid. Rupert with pole position there, ahead of his rival George Brabner.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for the grid walk in a second. By the way, Miller's yeah, Pixel is kind of an ACC driver, but I think he's like the driver with the worst lifetime attendance rate, probably.
Oh yeah, that goes for every single tier for F1 as well.
Ouch. So, we've got the grid right here, and on pole, as you already said, it's Rupert ahead of Brabner, who's gonna have the outside line into turn 1, but maybe with a really good launch he's able to do something. Then then it is basically the Season 2 drivers, Ruben van den Herding and Samuel Chumley in 3 and 4. Antoine Olivet, solid qualifying in P5, lines up alongside Yugos, the only Audi in the on the track, by the way. So Yugos in P6 is certainly going to be the biggest unknown quantity. Then Illigna P7. Oh no, I didn't double F7, so I'm getting the setup camera shake. Alongside George Roshu, who's finally bothered to, let me readjust camera, who's finally bothered to readjust his livery. So he's now got the same livery as Chris. And then we've got Sanix in P9, Veld in P10. My god, my camera. My mouse. Marius leads Silver Class in P11, so he's meant to outqualify Jasper Smelt. Then it's Jakub Maciejewski. Oh right, he also did the Nordschleife race. In P12, Jack Mills P13, Jasper Smelt P14. That's third in class. Then Chris Witkowski in P15, Chris Stricker 16, Ryan Noppin 17. Fernandez ahead of Yuri and Visser, so the two teammates in 18 and 19. Then Ramsey Jensen in P20, Jorge P21, then Bas Kessel, then it is John Lloyd. P24 is Ollie Stricker, P25 Clara May, and then we're getting ahead of ourselves. And then Nikos Sakos, Clara, Nikos Sakos, and then Mr. Turkey. So yeah, that's the grid, and it should be a good one.
Yeah, 27 cars. Let's hope we get 27 back at the end, but I doubt that.
But
yeah, I don't think we've ever had an ACC race where everyone's finished. So.
Oh, no, I mean that doesn't happen in league racing.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen.
I feel like we've had a couple F1 races. We probably had a few F1 races where everyone's finished.
Yeah, but a few is the name of the game there. Oops. I'm trying to bank my phone up something so I can read chat, but it's not working. This guy wants to be an engineer, by the way. KW. Wants to be an engineer, can't bank a phone up something. It's amazing. So now, okay, I think I fixed it. We have solved it.
Let's go.
Amazing. Let's jump a little bit up the grid. And yeah, I mean, think about what this race can bring us. I feel like it's gonna be a fight between Push and Rupert for P1, and then Olive will probably have the goal to finish out of Light Cruiser, because that is likely his job in the constructors, sort of like, you know,
Yeah.
Push versus Rupert.
Yeah, first and
Olive
third.
versus Ruben. It sounds about
Yeah.
right.
And that makes it all the more interesting, I think, going forward, because yeah, we have like we said, the constructors battle. We have the fight, or the championship and the constructors battle going on simultaneously. And also, I mean, last season we did have a constructors battle, but what has happened there with Olive? Yeah, he just went off the road.
We're gonna watch the replay. It's replay time in, in the formation now.
He's gonna go ahead and make up those places. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I think he I think something went wrong with his wheel, or so I don't know what that was, but yeah, he just straight lined into the gravel. It's okay though. We're
curious.
Yeah, this isn't F1 where it's like where there's actual collisions on the formation lap for some reason. Oh.
What do you mean?
I mean,
That's
it's more realistic that way, but yeah, it's more realistic, but you get somebody bonks you from behind. If somebody bonks you from behind, you get disqualified as well, which is
see, the thing is
an interesting.
What's Oliver doing? He's off
again,
and he's hit the wall this time, and that gives you damage. What's he doing? We're going on board and look at the steering input. He's just rolling into the wall.
Where'd he go?
I don't know.
Is he gonna be in the pit lane now? No, he's off the road completely.
He's trying to run it back. He's trying to run it back to the front. By the way, I appreciate we're just we're the ACC broadcast, so our job is basically to just name features of F1 and say it in a disgusted voice, no matter what it is.
Look at Oliver, he straight lined. He just straight lined the
my planet needs me.
MotoGP.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's hope he doesn't.
I hopefully that's a bit.
Let's hope he doesn't straight line the start like that. You're cutting out a little bit. I'm gonna take the lead on the start there. The same thing that Brabner tries to do, I assume, as we go green in Barcelona with a solid start from Push on the outside. He's in the black Lamborghini and he already gets his nose ahead of Rupert. So Rupert will have to use his brakes and the inside line into turn 1. Olive brakes really early, so he's a little bit careful there. I believe also Chumley gets the leg up on Ruben, and I think both Benelux drivers lost the positions back there. Contact. Sam gets spun round as he drives into the side of Felix Rupert. Brabner's taken the lead. Benelux racing in 2 and 3. Chumley completely nosedived after that disastrous start. George Roche had a really good getaway, I believe. Or no, it's actually Hugo had a pretty poor one, and there we saw the thing we didn't expect. Mills getting ahead of his teammate Chumley, but he's fighting back. Also side by side there are Krushvar and Hugos. Hugos maybe not quite used to the wheel-to-wheel racing in ACC yet, with a big moment of oversteer for Marius in the background in the Lamborghini. Almost tanked into someone, but in the end it was all fine. There goes Chris to the inside to try and get ahead of Marius. Also,
oh, there's Maciejewski and Mills. Oh, Mills, no!
Mills,
oh, and he takes out Marius
crash.
Fischer. There's a big contact in the back.
Oh, and this crash won't end, and people are not slowing
down. And that's a huge pileup. Witkowski, yeah, who else was that there? Yeah.
Mate, we're apparently allergic to yellow flags. So let's see. So Maciejewski's already disconnected, so I can't really look at him. 30 sec. Okay, wait. Who
I'll keep an eye on the chat, see what happened.
Oh,
but yeah, that was Oh, Jensen around as well. Sakos runs into the side of him as well. Oh dear.
Yeah, this is the replay.
And yeah, there's a handful of cars there. There's big carnage in the background there. Oh no.
Okay, wait. Who did you say? Ramsey Jensen, right?
Yeah, Ramsey Jensen was the one who went around, and then Sakos ran into the back of him. So that's
I'm gonna try.
That's very unfortunate. Yeah, there.
Yeah, we just found the back end of.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Olive having a look up the inside of Rosu. The two of them nearly coming together. Olive gets. Oh, they. Yeah, Rosu goes off the road. Olive has to take evasive action. Hugo's now right behind them. I don't know if he's gonna be able to get past Olive there, but yeah, that didn't look very safe there. I didn't see who was the one.
On the inside line for turn 4 into Repsol, and he gets the braking done. So 2 positions lost for Olive there, who didn't have an amazing start. Sam already in the background fighting back from his misfortunes early on into the race, and we've got a big amount of cars pitting after that.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and take a look at that. So yeah, that's I believe Turkey was in the pits. Marius, Sakos, Romsa, Jensen, and Witkowski all in the pits. I don't know if they're coming back out or not, but yeah, that was that was hefty damage. I know to the Lexus, I think it was.
Cubs retired, by the way. So,
yeah, I did.
Both Polish BMWs wiped out in this incident. There goes Sam to the inside of Sanix, and he actually gets it done. Really nice move from him there in the McLaren, the blue one. Has gotten that one done after his very unfortunate and probably also unnecessary spin in turn 2. He's not done with this race. Hugo's a little bit of a slide, but yeah, I mean that's just car control. It's the Audi. It's not the easiest car to control.
Yeah. Meanwhile, up front here, Brabner not exactly making the gap he needs. Rupert is still lurking behind him, trying to put him under some pressure here, and he does look very quick in that Ferrari. So. We'll have to see if Brabner is able to withstand the pressure. I see a little bit of bodywork scratching on Rupert's side. I don't think that does anything damage-wise.
Not. That's probably like 2 seconds or something. He'll probably need to remember to uncheck it for repairs in the pit lane, because it's probably not losing him any time. And he won't want the slower pit stop.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the one who's made a very good start here, Illigner, up to P4. Yeah, Olive struggling pretty badly here as well, losing out a lot of positions there. Illigner up and Rosu as well, up to P4 and 5 respectively. And yeah, the Ferrari does seem to be a very quick car around this track, as Jorge serves his drive-through penalty for jumping the start there. Hugo still looking pretty solid, but he's gonna have, there's a bit of a train behind him, so that's Olive, Chumley, Krusvar, Veldman, Smelt, and Chris Stricker. And then 2 seconds behind them is Kessel and Mills, who's still, at least he's the right way around at the moment, dare I say.
He actually didn't suffer that much in this crash.
Yeah.
Even though it was a huge pileup for many drivers.
Yeah, he got away with it, it seems, finally. So, but yeah, so far so good. For some people, for others, not so good. But yeah, meanwhile.
Up front, the slipstream is on for Felix Rupert, but it's tough to overtake on this track. Really hard to follow cars in the last sector. It's probably not as bad as in F1 cars, but in F1 cars you have DRS, so it's it's a different game for many reasons. And Rupert taking...
but this might be a very good run here, actually. Is he going to have a look down the inside? No, he just tries to put Brabner offline, but does not work entirely well there. But yeah, the pressure is on, like we said.
Yeah, it's... I mean, he just needs to signal that all the time, and Brabner needs to be on his toes. He needs to be ready to defend whenever Rupert goes for it, and Rupert can just... he can choose the moment where he goes for it. And then that would be probably a good shot at leading the race for the Ferrari driver in this duel. We have, we've seen some really solid defending from Brabner in the past, but usually he ends up making like some crucial mistake and then the lead slips away from him. I just wonder if Rupert is able to put the same amount of pressure on him that Alex always used to put on Push when Push got a good start or good qualifying. And that's that's essentially what it's gonna come down to. And if he doesn't go that route, then then he could also still get past in the pit lane. So there are plenty of opportunities and possibilities for Felix Rupert to get himself the lead in this race, but there are also, I mean, there's also a good chance that Brabner might just win this race. It would be what he needs after he crashed out of Bathurst while leading.
Yeah, I heard about that one. It was him and Nico both a bit fumbling the bag a bit there and letting Rupert come back for the victory. Yeah, like we said, Brabner a bit does tend to fall subject to that pressure a bit. I remember Monza, I think it was last season, or yeah, I don't know if it was last season or
Monza
season 3, but
Monza and Imola, he had
he pretty much. I remember he overshot turn 1 at Monza,
Yep.
just because Karsten was not really near him either, but this is not to put down Brabner at all, because I mean he is a fantastic driver and he's still very young, so he's got plenty of time to get even better. So I mean, if he's this good now, imagine down the line with,
it's gonna make me sad.
Yeah, he's going to be very, very rapid as the time goes on. At a 30-second stop go penalty for Jorge, who decides that's enough and is out of the race. So I don't know what that was for, but
maybe it's better.
Yeah, Brabner. I think so. Yeah. Brabner though, he does have a point to prove here, and let's see if he's able to make that work. But Rupert, of course, look at how close he is.
Yeah, Rupert's car to me signals that he's not happy to sit behind and play the long game. He wants to get ahead and just extend the gap, which is very reasonable, especially because it just feels like he has more pace in that car. We've seen last season, it was Illigner who was getting stuck behind Ruben for a long time on this track, and so it's not easy to overtake here. It's just, it's doable, and
just about doable.
Yeah, I wonder if he's gonna execute it. Last time in Bathurst, those two actually collided when they fought for the lead, but that was was sort of unfortunate circumstances. Push got the position and then hit the gravel and kind of lost it there. But I think we've got a fight going on actually. Hugos has passed Olive there. Yeah, Hugos ahead of Olive and Roshu. Wait, Roshu's lost 2 positions.
Roshu made a bit of a mistake. Yeah, I think he's made a mistake somewhere. So he's lost 2 positions to Hugo and Olive. And Sam almost up there as well. But yeah, that's given Illigner some breathing space, if anything, actually. He was under threat from... I think he was putting some pressure onto Illigner, or Rossi was. But yeah, now he's dropped 2 positions as a result. So whatever happened, I didn't see, but...
Yeah, it seems to be the problem for him. I mean, he's gone from being a little bit of a meme. I don't know if you watched back Suzuka, but in Suzuka he had some funny incidents when not reacting to the blue flags. He kind of went from that to being very active in the community and to just genuinely fighting in the front midfield on pace. Within
sorry to interrupt you here, but Rupert is absolutely glued to the back of Brabner right now. This might be actually what he needs, because look how close he is. This might be enough to pull out to the inside and have a look here. Yeah, Brabner already going to the inside to defend. Rupert eking out all the slipstream he can. Now they're going to go 2 wide, or wheel to wheel into turn 1. Rupert has his nose ahead around the outside, which turns to the inside. Is this going to be enough to get it? And I think it is. Yeah, there it is.
Oh, but
Brabner though has the inside still.
Oh, he's sticking his nose in, and that's not gonna work. Even though Rupert
goes
really
wide.
deep. Rupert really deep, so they're gonna be side by side towards turn 4 with the inside line for Brabner again. So maybe he can make this work on the brakes. Oh, they're making a little bit of side-to-side contact, but that's all fair. Brabner
what
stays
a move
ahead.
There! Beautiful driving from both of them. Wow. Yeah, so that's Brabner showing that he's not ready to relinquish this, but Rupert showing that he does have the pace to get on with it. But he didn't. I don't think he counted on Brabner being able to fight him back that well. So yeah, let's see if he's able to keep up this lead, or Brabner, if he's able to continue driving like that, because that was absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah,
but in the back, Fernandez gets a drive-through. I think that's, I don't know if that's track limits or not. Clara gets a stop-go for speeding, I think, or something. I didn't see what happened there.
I don't know, but. Yeah,
that fighting also did put Van der Hutting a bit closer, so this might actually work out for him. if they continue to fight. I think he gained like a second on them there.
Yeah, he came second last time out, and that was a 1-2 for him and Rupert. So there's there's the possibility for that again, but Brabner obviously has some very strong opinions about that, and that holding Felix up like that must have given him a big confidence boost going into the remainder of this race. As Sam already pits, that's so early. I wonder if he
This has really been the Sam Chumley strategy, I would say then.
True. I wonder if he just wants to get rid of flat spotted tires, or if he's got the damage that he wants to repair. I mean, he had that incident that we saw on lap 1, turn 2, and that might be the reason, because this is way too early for a proper undercut, even for Sam. And now, well, we're still right with the leaders, but there's the other battle group going on with where Sanix got ahead of. How did Sanix get ahead of Olive? That yeah, we unfortunately missed that, but yeah, Olive is struggling a little bit in that case. They both have lost time to Yugos and Roshu a little bit. So in that fight for, I assume Olive just must have made a mistake or something. I'm not quite sure. And who's that behind them? Is that, wait. Who's that? That's an... Is it a lap car? Who is the green Aston Martin?
Green Aston, I think that's, let me see. That's Fernandez. With the drive-through?
No. I mean,
or is that, Lloyd?
I'm so confused, man.
No.
Oh, it's Visser. It's Visser. It's Dragon, who has already pitted. So yeah, he was caught up in that early incident. That was why I didn't see him on the timing, because he is a lap down. It looks like the field is strong out enough right now that we don't have to worry about missing an overtake. Rupert has fallen a little bit, just a little bit, back from George.
Yeah, and Van Houting is now in the back as well of them, so Brabner has his work cut out. He's got 2 Benelux drivers after him, and his teammate is down the order a bit as Fernandez gets disqualified. Okay, I don't know what happened there, but I guess he didn't serve the penalty.
The drive-through must have.
Yeah, I guess he didn't serve the drive-through. But yeah, Brabner gonna have to fend off 2 very fast-looking Ferrari cars, and yeah, he does not have backup in the sense of having his teammate. So this is really a Charles Leclerc at Monza 2019 moment, I would say. But
well,
I guess
let's hope they keep it.
Olive, though, may be able to put the pressure back on, or may be able to get back on with it and find his way through, because we still have 3/4 of this race to go, and it's only been 15 minutes, and we have a full hour.
Yeah,
but yeah, shoutouts to Hugo as well. First time back in the game and solidly in P5 at the moment. I hope I'm not jinxing him, but it's looking very good so far.
I mean, if there's a driver that resists jinxes, it's usually Yugos, even though it's not, he's not warmed up to the game, I guess. So might be jinxable here. I don't know.
Take a look here at. I think, yeah, I see some dust on the start-finish straight. I don't know what happened there, but yeah, I think I don't know if one of them kicked up some dust or not between Brabner or Rupert, but it does seem as though everything is fine for the time being. Brabner going a bit wide out of turn 3, but still keeping it clean, still just holding off the 2 behind. Van Houting now starting to fall back again a little bit as Rupert starts to speed back up, trying to put another or pile on another set of pressure upon Brabner to try and claim that lead that he so desperately wants. But yeah, Illigner now within the same shot of the top 3, so he is looking good as well in the Lamborghini, which seems to be a pretty decently fast car so far.
Yeah, I mean, certainly going well for him. We've got
But
another
yeah,
Lambo.
there's a Visser with or moving out of the way with blue flags for Olive and Christopher, who is now starting to fall back under pressure from Olive, who might actually have a look down the inside of the. I think that's turn 10, but yeah, just unable to do it there. Just has a look, but does not commit to it. So Christopher keeping P7 for the time being.
So I accidentally hit a hotkey and was muted on Discord, which explains
Yeah,
why
I
you were
saw
talking
that.
into me so hard.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like, I'm just gonna keep talking. I guess he's got something going on. So.
No, yeah, I just found it really rude, but there goes.
Yeah, no, I could actually hear you. I was just doing that because I don't like to hear you speak. But
Understandable.
okay,
Have a great day.
here we go.
Oh, he sells him the dummy on the inside, but then actually goes for the outside, which is weird. I thought he might have this, but
Oh, but Brabner just got the curb there.
Oh my god, he's taking some weird lines into this, trying to get past, but it doesn't work on this time. I don't think he's gonna be able to send it into 4. I think this is gonna happen in the pit stop strategy. So Brabner, I mean, he's in a terrible position there because Rupert can react to his pit stop, and so yeah, I mean, exactly, he can't really undercut. If he undercuts, then Rupert will just overcut, and I think he's got the better pace, so he might either just flat out get ahead with that, or get a substantial tire advantage that will be big enough that he can make the move in the second stint. So this is a really tough spot for Brabner to be in. He just needs that little bit of pace, or he needs Rupert to just pit on the same lap as him. But I mean, that's not gonna happen because Rupert can see when Brabner pits and react to it.
Yeah, Illigner as well is starting to catch up to these guys. Brabner is starting to create a train here. Not out of, I guess, out of just defense as well. Is kind of putting a, it's kind of helping that out. As in front, there was going to be a blue flag, but somebody spins out. That's Clara, unfortunately.
Oh, no. Yeah, that was what we saw there.
Clara, no.
Getting yellow flags, hopefully a safe rejoin. It is a safe rejoin, so that's good. I mean, in the Porsche it's really difficult. It's probably the hardest car. I can't wait for it to get on iRacing. It's been announced that that car is going to iRacing, and that's gonna be amazing because all GT3 cars on iRacing are terrible anyways. So let's get a more slidey one. I can't wait for the randoms to handle it. Antoine Olivet, pit lane, after lap.
He's boxing already.
Yeah, after lap 11, he
he was struggling, so
yeah, makes sense. Maybe he gets himself a little bit up the order with that one. And now back to Brabner and Rupert. They are.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this race. The first half of this race has gone by very quickly. Almost, we're already almost halfway through. But yeah, it's looking very good. Or it's looking, I should say, it's looking very close still for the time being. Illigner starting to put his foot down. I don't know if he's really catching them actually though. But yeah, he is behind there. You can see him behind Van den Hutting now, 2.9. And that is the podium within reach. And Hugo is another 2.9 behind him.
You know what I just remembered? Ruben also drove the Nordschleife race, but in a GT4, and he was really successful. He was probably one of the only ones of us who didn't crash multiple times. Yeah. Yeah,
he is a very, very gifted driver with pretty much all the cars I've seen him drive. He's been pretty fast with, so it's to be expected that he would be successful. But yeah, Brabner still getting a good exit, getting a better exit out of the final corners, aka the garbage corners, in my opinion, of the track. But that's you know.
Yeah, but I mean that's just your personal, objectively correct opinion.
Like, oh yeah. Okay, I'm glad for once we have the same correct opinion. But anyways,
yeah. So Sonic, Mills, and Ollie all into the pit lane. Wait, I just realized that Ollie is driving.
Yeah,
it's a little late.
I noticed it earlier.
It's a little late, but yeah, I mean he's obviously reserving. I think last season he and Chris both spectacularly had an off at Kampsa in their very special livery on the Lamborghini. So I remember that last time Barcelona, not amazing for him and his brother. But now, I mean, his brother is running in P7. He's 9 seconds below Roshu, so you know he's getting beaten by his teammate as expected at the start of the season. but it's Roshu instead of Carsten.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah, he had Carson as his teammate. That's a very clear, clear indicator that you were probably going to suffer in the inter-team battle. But yeah.
Larsen has done was trying to do a revive chat ritual, which is nice.
Okay, here comes Grabner.
Yeah, there it goes, and he is the one to go first, and that means he needs an absolute banger of an outlap, and or Rupert needs to. I mean, Rupert for his part needs to have a really good in lap, or just some or multiple really solid overcut laps, because if he is actually faster and can overcome the tire delta, that could give him the lead and therefore probably win of this race on a silver platter. So that's exactly what it's gonna come down to. Ruben, Illigner, and Hugo all staying out because they were kind of driving in a vacuum. Like, there was nothing close ahead or close behind, so no real threats on the pit stop strategy, so might as well drag it as deep as you can into the second stint, so you get better tires for the end of the race. I'm sure that's their thinking there.
Yeah,
Sanix and Oliver, by the way, fighting into turn 10, and Sanix is just about ahead there. This is really close. They've been fighting earlier on. Sanix finally, it looks like he's actually finally arrived in Pro class. He's won Silver class convincingly last season, and this season's been struggling a little bit after his promotion. But now he's
I think that might have to do with the pressure put onto him and his teammate by the Salaminos after, you know, the tragic death of Maximilian 33 and Fernando Alonso. But
oh no!
Yeah, it does seem to be affecting them.
Oh,
Rotu, no!
You bottle job.
Oh no!
Oh no!
I'm keeping an eye out here on Rupert. He did get some traffic in the way of Ollie, so let's see if he's I didn't see how his time there, but yeah.
That was a rapid pit entry, if I might say so.
Yeah, he is wanting every bit as they double stack here for Benelux. So both him and Van Hutting into the pits.
Imagine not losing 10 seconds by default if you're the teammate of someone who pits ahead of you. That's cringe. So yeah,
it really is. Imagine programming your game like that. But yeah, I'm gonna keep an eye out on Brabner here. Watch as he is flying, doing his best right now. He's got no pressure behind right now, but he does have the pressure mentally of needing to make the most of this outlap. But yeah, I'll keep an eye out on him. I don't know where and also see where Rupert and Van Hutting come out. I didn't see Brabner had any issues with his pit stop. I know he's done that in the past, but it's looking good so far.
Yeah, it's gonna be real close. We're riding on board here. Look at the minimap. The 71 car is what we are looking for, which we can't really see, but the 24 and the 71 just get moving. That's Ruben and Rupert, and they are gonna meet at the exit of the pit lane. Where are they? I think it's gonna be the lead for George Brabner. Yes, it is.
Yeah, by quite some margin there too. Yeah.
Rupert has to watch it slip away from him a little bit. That was a brilliant outlap from Brabner, which means that this good fight for the win of this race is going to continue into the second stint. Roshu makes a second pit stop for the stop-go, by the way, which is absolutely tragic.
Yeah, 30 seconds as well. That's pretty much it for him.
Yeah, and that all because he probably gained, like, you know, a second.
0.00001 millisecond. No, but I know. I'm just exaggerating it for the clout, for the views.
For the shitting on the developers moment.
That's not the way that's nice language there.
Huh? Well, it's fine.
Yeah. We're on contract here.
Children watching.
Yeah, 2.5 seconds was the gap there between Brabner and Rupert. That's 3 seconds now. So yeah, this has worked out well for him. So Yeah, and then another 1.4 to Van den Hutting. So this has, yeah, as we said, worked like a treat for Brabner. Now it's just up to him to keep that going. He's got half of the race to go. He was able to keep in front for 30 minutes, or under 30 minutes. He can do it for another 32.
Yeah,
So,
I think he has. He certainly has the potential, and we saw in the first stint how good he was at defending that position. He had lost it once, and then instantly struck back and retook the lead. And now Rupert has a massive task at his hands. He needs to gain a lot of time. Actually, is it possible, right, hear me out, is it possible that Rupert didn't untake the suspension bodywork repairs and pitted like 2 seconds longer because of the sun contact?
I see still some scratches there, so I don't know if he... Yeah, I don't think he, I don't think he repaired it.
Okay, but that would have been an explanation.
Yeah, that might have been it anyways. It could just be visual.
66
we got yellows.
Car. That's Nikos Sakos. Is just reset to pit lane.
He had a he was having a tough one. He got caught in the lap 1 incident, so we're down to 20.
Yeah, there's the oh no. Yeah, that was the replay of that. Sad, but yeah, what are you gonna do? Can we get out of the replay cam, please? Please. Hello. There we go. Amazing. We are back live. With Sanix, who's trying to hold on to that P8. Also, Yugos, after his pit stop, is tanked, I think, a position. Yeah, he's fallen behind Sam.
Yeah, he lost out to Sam there, yeah.
Yeah, maybe he's just not used to the pit stops anymore because he hasn't done one in ages on this game, and they are quite special. You can't really deny that. And that would be a reason for that. The gap between, I mean, Iligna is in P5, which is going to be P4 after the Smelt pit stop that's happening right now. And yeah, so he's got a really big gap ahead, a really big gap behind to Sam, who's got a big gap to Hugo. So not much pressure for the German. He just needs to sort of stay in this big hole of cars and get it home. But maybe he's got more ambitions and is gonna try and get to the back of Ruben. By the way, Rupert dropping off of George. It's
yeah,
I mean, George is just a faster car right now, which is interesting. It hasn't been like that for quite a while, and this is coming at, well, the best possible timing for push.
Yeah, 3.7 now. And yeah, Rupert might be struggling a bit, not having... I mean, sometimes having that car right in front of you helps. Because, you know, following the lines, pushing a little bit more because you can see where they're getting on and off as we're at the halfway part of this race. So, Push has pretty much been the guy in front, or has been the guy to beat for the first half. And let's see if... And going into the second half, it looks like Rupert does have his work cut out, but he's pulled back a 10th or 2 there, I think. So, not fully out of it yet.
Good work on the blue flags from Turkey there.
Yes.
Let's... oh no!
Turkey, no!
Yeah, let's pass. That was a little tragic. By the way, in silver class, I haven't talked about them all day. Smelt leads. Yeah, he's... yeah, he might have been in... you know, he might not belong there. I don't know. That's just subjective. But I believe... I believe there has been some DMs that I'm gonna leak on stream where he's been told, congrats, you've been promoted to pro class, and he says, oh, amazing, I'm looking forward to next season then. So, you know, there's some difference in opinion about how urgent the promotion of Jasper Smelt into pro class is. But he's absolutely dominating silver class. There's not much to say about that one.
So yeah, Turkey moving out of the way for Rupert there. And now he's going to have to do for Van den Hutting as well. So doing a good job with the blue flags. Let's see. Yeah, Van den Hutting did go wide out of the last corner at the end of the last lap. So he did lose a bit of time. But yeah, Rupert's starting to pull back that gap a bit now, 3.3. Not pulling it back too fast, but he is pulling it back.
Yeah, last lap was a 4/10 gap between them, 43 43.3 versus 43.7. Just
Oh
that's
dear,
been
yeah.
to Rupert's favor.
Yeah, so yeah. Rupert does seem to have the tires dialed in now, maybe. Yeah, 3.3 seconds. Yeah, so yeah, the lap times are starting to come down here. So Brabner might just be relaxing a bit, maybe. He has an opportunity here to save tires, and just
The thing with that is that the last lap of Rupert has been faster than the PB of Brabner by 3/10. So I think
oh dear.
he's just found the pace now and is just the faster car of the two now. But if it's gonna be like 3/10 a lap only, he's gonna need 10 laps to get to the back or to get right onto Brabner, and that's gonna take some time. And we saw how much he was struggling in the first stint to actually overtake, and he will be running out of time. That's for sure.
Yeah, and he does have 1 lap fresher tires, which I don't know how much of a difference that's really going to make, but there is there. Yeah, so that's a 43.2. That's his PB, and I think the fastest lap of the race, if we're considering that. And yeah, 43.6 for Brabner that time around. So yeah, Brabner is very close to his PBs though, so he's in the 43.6s, but yeah, still Rupert lapping faster and improving on his own times, which are the fastest of the. Yeah, those are the fastest laps of the race. Hugo doing a 43.9 last time around, so gained half a second on Sam there. So let's see if he's got the pace to catch him. So yeah, Turkey moving out of the way for Illingner there as well. So yeah, the blue flags are starting to come into effect here. Let's see what the gap is as well up front. 2.8 now, so yeah. This is, Brabner's gonna run out of time to breathe, and then he's gonna have to go back into the, defensive mode.
Yeah, it's certainly a final charge from Felix Rupert, who has won the last 3 races. He's won every race that he's attended this season because he didn't drive at Donington. So Veld won that one. But it hasn't been as dominant as we've seen from others in the past. Yes, it's still really good. 4/10 on this lap again. It's 43.7 versus 43.3. You can do the maths. Well, I just said it out loud, but you know what I mean. That probably means like about 5, 6, 7 laps around that, and that's gonna bring us very much into the last quarter of this race, and that means then in turn that Rupert does have a very limited amount of overtaking attempts against Brabner, who drives a very wide car, who is very robust on the defense, and who, I mean, the easiest way to get past him is probably to pressure him into a mistake, but he hasn't made a notable mistake all race. So maybe this is the one that he finally wins after a little bit of an absence from the top step of the podium.
Yeah, the last time he won was season 1, wasn't it? Silverstone.
I think he won since, but I don't know when.
I don't think he did in I don't think he won in season 2. Season 3.
I've been wrong about this before.
Season 3 he did not win. I know. And season 4. Or last season, yeah, he did not win either. Yeah, I don't think he has. I think it was season 1 he won in Silverstone, and then he won on track in Spa, but had a but he was given a post-race penalty for a collision. So, yeah, so technically 2. So this might be his 3rd and his 1st in a very long time. So he is going to want it, and he has always been in the position to win races. It's just never fully worked out for him. So let's hope, for his sake, that yeah, this is a change of fortune. But he does have a very rapid Ferrari catching him from behind. Rupert 43.3, yeah, Brabner 43.7. Yeah,
and meanwhile, chat doing my job, pointing out the closest fight on track right now, and that is between Bas Kessel and Nico Veldman. It is a fight that Veld is probably more invested in than Kessel, because Kessel is silver class, Veld is pro class, And the Pro Class drivers only collect overall points. Silver have got their own standings. And even if Kessel is overtaken here, he's...
Mills, no!
Mills, no! He bottles P2. What happened there? We're gonna watch it on board. I'm sure it's tragic,
come on,
though.
Man.
Oh no. So we are... yeah, I mean, it's turn 1. I assume he just yoinks the cut. Yeah. Sausage.
Oh, come on.
He yeets a sausage. Mills, no! He's done it again.
I wasn't. Yeah, I saw it right as it. I just saw it right in the background because I was eyeing Kessel's line into the corner from Nico's perspective, and then I just see the McLaren around. But yeah, that's it. Really just did have to happen. Anyways.
Yeah. I'm starting to believe that it's not like. I'm starting to believe that it might not be a curse and it's just the driver, but I don't know. Okay, that's.
I'm thinking he's doing it intentionally. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what this curse is you're talking about. Brabner puts in a PB, actually, last time around, but it's still slower than Rupert. So he is putting it down. He did a 43.6, which is his best. Yeah, so, but Rupert's doing a 43.4. So just over a tenth faster, or just under 2/10 faster than Brabner.
Yeah. So
yeah,
to everyone who's everyone who's just half listening right now, it's gonna be spicy the end of this race. I am sure of it because we've got 20 minutes to go. And Felix Rupert, the championship leader and fastest car on track, is closing in on P2 in the championship. George Brabner, who has a solid lead, and towards the end of this race, this lead will have completely deteriorated, and then we are going to see a straight fight for position, and that's gonna be absolutely exciting. You need to work so hard for these moves at Barcelona, and I think the end of this race is gonna be... It's gonna have some entertainment value here for sure between those two.
So I'm gonna do a bit of an analysis on the driving here, if that's okay. Even though because I am of course the best driver on the grid, who's just not driving. Because
you're the best driver off the grid.
Yeah, I wouldn't. It'd be unfair if I drove, but and that's why I commentate totally. Yeah. Anyways, but yeah, what does it take from what I'm watching? What does it take to be fast here? And as you can see,
never mind. Oh, and actually, not never mind. Car's off, and it's Turkey in. It's Turkey. He's just taken the alternative. He's taken the alternative layout. That's fine. That's not a mistake. Okay. That's just creativity.
Okay.
Oh, more creativity! Wow, this is art. This is art. Abstract art.
But anyways, yeah. But if you guys are wondering at home, what does it take to be fast? Let's look at one thing. Look at the lines that Rupert takes, and same for Brabner. They're taking all of the track, all of the curbs, pretty much positioning their car as wide as they can to open up the corner as much as they can, and attacking every single curb, attacking every single apex. Being sharp with the turn in, and not too sharp though, of course. And yeah, just using all of the runoff that they can get to maximize the corner exit. So, and just picking up the throttle, getting onto the power as early as they possibly can. As you can see, he's pretty much attacking that sausage curb on the exit of turn 10 there to just maximize it, and yeah, just threading his car around here. And you can see this is why, I mean, just from watching his driving style, you can see why he's so fast. Same for Brabner, because, I mean, similarly, using all the track, just putting the power down as early as possible, just, finding every bit of track that he can use here. As you can see, going all four onto those curbs there, which is allowed in this game, but that's actually a 43.8 for, yeah, that time around Rupert was slower, so that's a 43.8 for him, and Brabner does a 43.7, so he's still lapping in the 7s and 6s, which is very consistent. Yeah, Rupert, of course, was as well in the 3s and the 4s, but now he's gone down to the 8s, which is going to give Brabner a little bit of breathing space. And just to put into perspective of how fast these two are, Van den Udding is 5.7 behind. So, yeah, he was right on their tail before, but yeah, those two have just taken off completely.
Yeah,
and Hugo, as well, just to mention, yeah, Hugo went from being 3 seconds behind Chumley to being right on the back of him.
Oh wow, that's actually true. Yeah, 3:10. So
And
we've got 2 fights now, but I think there might have been a mistake for Sam because he's now 8
yeah,
seconds behind Illigner. I think that was a mistake on Sam's behalf. And up front, my humble uneducated opinion is that I think Rupert has just caught some curbs really poorly on the last 2 laps, and that's unsettled the car, cost him some runs out of the corners. But yeah, here we are with the fight between Hugos and Samuel Chumley, the Season 2 champion. A little bit of a show of the nose on the inside of Kamsa. Obviously, everyone involved in this knows that that's not an overtaking opportunity. Sanik's going a little bit deep in the background. We're in the braking zone of turn 10. Hugos just needs to find the way past, and that is probably by getting a really good third sector and then just doing it on the straight. Up front, the deltas are coming in, and we see a 44.2 out of Brabner and a 43.7 out of Rupert. So good gain there from Felix. And that
Brabner. I think Brabner made a mistake somewhere there.
He must have, yeah.
But yeah, in the back here, Hugo does have a run here on Sam. I think it might be enough. So this is the Season 2 battle for those of you who watch this. So is he gonna have a look down the inside? Yeah, Sam doesn't even defend it. I don't think he's gonna fight him too hard here, but he does have it enough of a nose ahead. So he does keep ahead. So he does keep that position for the time being. But Hugo trying to explore the outside line to see if he can get some extra grip. We got yellows somewhere. I don't know what that was for.
He went off in Kamsa again. But is Hugos close enough? I mean, he always, he always criticizes you when he watches you and you don't absolutely send it into your own demise. So I kind of want to see some, aggression out of him now. To show me how it's done, because I'm always too hesitant. Sure. Now do it. Do it. We've also gotten Rupert into, or almost into, the 1 second window behind Brabner. That of course doesn't really mean anything in this game because there's no DRS, but it's
still a good indicator.
Yeah, exactly. Also, Kessel still holding himself out of Veld. I believe there must be some frustration on Veld's side, because that is very likely also down to the Lexus straight line.
Yeah, but yeah, I should mention also something that might be helping Brabner out here as well, down the straights, is the fact that he's in a Lamborghini. And I don't know how good the Ferrari is in a straight line.
I think it's pretty good.
I think it's pretty good, but I don't think it's a Lamborghini in a straight line.
I think that just from Bathurst, I think that out of the top 3, Illigner and the Lamborghini was just the slowest car compared to the 2 Ferraris.
Oh.
So I don't think it's like that here.
In a straight line?
Yeah, on a straight line.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I might be out of it, because I remember when I started off commentating and stuff, everyone told me, like, yeah, watch the Lamborghini in a straight line. Just watch it at Monza. Just, yeah, that's all you need. And yeah, and so I was just like, oh, okay, this car is like, this is basically the Renault of the ACC cars. But
what?
The Renault from, I'm thinking F1, because was it 2020? 2019,
yeah,
the Renault
is rapid, yeah. Especially at
Monza. And the straight line speed from the 1920 Renault engine.
Yeah, it's underrated engine. Now on this lap, Brabner's gonna drive his PB, I believe, or at least almost match it, and Rupert is a little bit down on his own PB, but that still means that he likely gained some time. Now, actually,
Brabner goes very wide.
Both made some proper mistakes there at the end of this lap, and it's 44.1 for Brabner versus 43.6 out of Rupert, and now I think we are in striking range. Not on this lap though. Also, Hugos not close enough to. Oh, especially after that mistake, not close enough to Sam. That's gonna be a little bit of a setback, and Veld also not yeah, just not there yet for P11, and he is also, just like all of the other ones that are having fights right now, running out of time.
Yeah, 3/10 right now. So Rupert has clawed back that 3 seconds fully now, and he is gonna be trying for round 2 of putting on the pressure as he goes a bit wide there. Yeah, that's not gonna help either. So yeah, clouts the curb a little bit too much there on the exit. Loses a few tenths, I would say. So, but he's still right behind him. Could have been worse. And yeah, Van der Hutting pretty much just dropped off. They've dropped off of him for the time being. So we'll have to see. We got 12 minutes left, so that's about 6 laps, maybe 5 or 6 laps. If we're doing 40s.
Yeah, I mean, it's...
5 or so laps.
Wait, what? 12 minutes, 5 laps? No, it's more.
Wait. Let me think.
It's like 7.
Yeah, it's like 6 or... Yeah, I'm thinking 7, sorry.
So, on this lap, Rupert really close. They are kind of holding each other up by this point. And we are getting to the point where Slipstream can genuinely get you ahead of someone, and now just watch it on the straight. But yeah, I mean, the Lambo is apparently really fast on the straight. It looks like it right now. I just know it didn't seem that way in Bathurst, but maybe setup can also change it from track to track. I guess they're both... I think both cars are just, you know, are just fine on the straight. Going back to Sam and Yugos. Is Yugos close enough? Because I don't believe he is. I was having a little bit of a look, but that one is more you know, curiosity than actual fighting. And Veld and Bas.
Oh, Brabner goes a bit wide there, out of turn 5 there. Now they're gonna go side by side into turn 7. Who's gonna have this one? It's actually going to be the outside for Rupert, but he might actually have the. But yeah, Brabner has the inside. He still crosses the curb, still keeps ahead into camp. So I don't.
Oh, they're still side by side. This is amazing. He's on the curb on the inside. Rupert squeezed to the outside curb, but I think he's now got the move done. His car looks like it is ahead, and he's got the inside line. There's no way Brabner can carry us around the outside, or is there? He's trying it for sure, but it's finally over, and Felix Rupert takes the race lead on lap 28 of this. That he's worked so hard for this, and it took the mistake from Brabner once again. But maybe actually, I mean, if he gets a good run here, maybe he can try and strike back for, you know, sort of as a last hope. But he clouted the curb a good bit, so it might have.
Yeah, but he's still right behind him. Let's see if this is enough. Yeah. I don't think it might not be.
Yeah, I don't think it is. He's pushing.
Oh, actually, but no, it might actually be, because look at how fast he is in a straight line. I don't know if it is actually, though. Depending on the power of that slipstream. Yeah, no, it's actually not. Is he going to have a look to scare him? No, he's not. But actually, he's going to drive down the inside.
Come together once again. But Rupert really good at avoiding that one. That was so desperate. And I think that seals the deal. I think he just broke himself and then tried to avoid Felix, and Felix, absolute credit given there. That was amazing reactions to that. I think we're gonna go for a replay on that one.
Yeah, that was very intense stuff there. Go. And yeah, with 9 minutes to go, I think Rupert pretty much just sealed the deal here.
Oh, actually, I don't think it was reaction. I think it was netcode contact. I don't know. It looked like it from Helicam. It's very difficult to judge. So we are waiting until we get out of the replay. I wish there was a hotkey for that. They should do that. They probably won't, because the replay client, the broadcasting client, hasn't been updated in like a year. So we are back with the live feed.
Are smashed out on the back straight there. I don't know what happened there.
We are back with the live feed. My mouse is doing the funny. So Sam's still ahead of Yugos, and well. Wait, Sanix has lost the position. What's happened there? Can we see a replay? No, we can't. God damn it. But yeah, Olive got P7 on this lap. And well, that's good for him. He's been...
Oh, Sam was a bit squirrely out of turn 10. So he's given Hugo... He nearly gave Hugo a run out of the exit. But yeah, he keeps it under control. But yeah, Hugo is glued to the rear of that McLaren. And looks very fast at the moment.
And maybe fast enough for the overtake on the McLaren. So this is on board with Sam. We want to go on board with Hugo because he is the one in the slipstream. He is the one who wants to make the move. And there goes the slipstream. He's so close, and he's gonna go for the inside for sure. He's gonna try this on the brakes. He puts himself alongside, and enough space given for Sam, but Sam gets a really bad run on the inside because he clips the curb a little bit, and that gives Hugo the prime opportunity to insert himself, and he does exactly that. Now Sam's only hope here.
Oh, he's gone right a bit, yeah, as well.
Yeah, yes.
But he's still having a look there, but Hugo does take the line. Sam tries to have a look down the inside to switch over to or switch lines there, but yeah, he does kind of, I don't know if he scared Hugo there, but he gets a very good run out of the exit of turn 4, and now he's gonna try and feed around the outside of turns 5. Yeah, this is turn 5, and yeah, I don't think Hugo's gonna have any of that. He's gonna shut the door on him, and that is the move done. But Sam still trying to have a look, but yeah, let's see who's got the bigger elbows here, and it seems as though Hugo has muscled his way through. So very beautiful fighting for him, or for the two of them.
Yeah, certainly hasn't lost any of his sharpness in the time he was gone. There was some proper racing there between those drivers, and that means we've basically got. Sam's so close, man. I actually wonder if he's gonna re-overtake. Certainly gonna try, of course. He's got enough laps to maybe make it stick. Veld on Kessel. Okay, they were really close on the last sector split, but now the back gap is bigger again, so I assume Nico just lost some time in following there.
Yeah, Olive and Crucifer as well. Crucifer still really close to him. Is he going to have a look back, or is he going to try and take back that P7? Let's see. But yeah, these two have been fighting pretty much the entire race and going back and forth. Olive good in qualifying, but then having some issues in the formation lap, and then yeah, dropping down the order on the race start. So been in combat with the Ferrari of Crucifer for the majority of this race, and is at the moment winning that battle.
Absolutely. And
yeah, and Rupert should mention, yeah, 3.6 seconds. So yeah, he did have that pace, and now he's actually going to come up to some backmarker traffic. He's got 3 cars in front of him, so depending on what Brabner does here, or what he does here with that, Brabner may have another shot at this. But 3.8 seconds, I'm not too certain, because yeah, Rupert is just on a roll as it looks.
Absolutely, and Visser and Noppen actually still fighting for P17 properly. It's that is for P4 in silver class, and well, P4 and P5. Marius is a lap down. He's had a shocking race. I mean, he was involved big time in that starting incident with Mills, and he is now, well, you know, he's still gonna back P6 in class. Visser and Noppen are fighting over the first outside the podium positions here. Mills might get Mills is fairly likely to get a podium at this point.
So just to point out, Turkey was unaware that there's no refueling. So that explains his retirement. Yeah, he ran out of fuel, so.
Oh, you won't. No. Oh my god. Yeah, that's really sad. That's
yeah.
One of those things we kind of forget that they aren't, they aren't just normal, because of course different leagues have different rule interpretations, and that's how we run it. And it's it just seems so normal to us that we might forget to tell new drivers. I don't know, but it's probably in the rules. Yeah, I mean, it certainly is in the season info chat. So what I'm trying to say, not our fault, I swear. And well, so we're still looking at this fight, and Nico and Basco are still completely. Yeah, running in formation. It's been a frustrating one for Nico. Not on pace. with the other drivers and probably the goals that he set himself. And now stuck behind a fellow Dutchman who was running likely the car with the highest straight line speed in the game, and trying to get past this Lexus. It's really tough, and Nico is he's got exactly that challenge and is not having a fun time doing it. Also, he's been backed off into Mills by now. But I think Mills is gonna be sensible. He knows that there are no points to gain really for him if he gets P12, but he could lose if he spins. Up front the gap. Up to 5 seconds. As you already mentioned, the gap just ever extending there. Now we've got the backmarker traffic. I hope they are not a problem. It's really easy to get caught up in in your own business, fighting for P17 and then just not. Ollie, no! So Ollie is gonna give everyone a free position except Marius. Means P15 for Roshu probably, who himself had to serve a stop go 30.
Yeah, so I think we're I think we're gonna be on the last lap here. Noppin and Visser are in a battle, so I don't know if they're gonna want to relinquish that very quickly, but this will potentially help Brabner, depending, but they're not moving.
It's not.
Oh no, he does move.
Yeah, he moves now. I mean, this doesn't really affect anything, and it's actually pretty sad for Noppin because he's just kind of given up his last overtaking attempt by not taking the final corner properly. Even though Visser, he moves away on the straight, but he makes sure that Noppin is not slipping past with Rupert. And between Brabner and Rupert, it doesn't matter because Brabner is too far back and is probably just coasting to the end at this point. No point in
we gotta give him some credit. He was defending that position absolutely beautifully, and that undercut was phenomenal from him. And then also just he pretty much had it under control. But yeah, Rupert, through no fault of Brabner's, Rupert just was the faster driver, got his way through, and yeah, so Brabner can take a lot of good stuff out of this race going forward, because I feel like that's the confidence he needs, that he was able to take on the guy who's essentially becoming the Karsten of this league now. With he's only lost the only race he's lost was the one where he wasn't there. So yeah, but this is I remember in the beginning when he showed up, he was I think he was leading in Kailami and then just went out on his own.
Yeah, and also he disconnected at the Nürburgring.
Yeah, so several a couple of bad.
I feel like mentioning, he also disconnected at Spa 24 Hours. They were doing that this weekend, and they were running P3. Aww. He, Karsten, and another guy whose name I don't know. And they had a disconnect there in the night. So it's.
But this time around, nothing like that happening. For the fourth time in a row.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's at least one corner to go, so you can't say that yet. But nothing happened. And he comes across the line to win the race. Well deserved, perfectly executed, really good fighting between him and George, who is the most consistently inconsistent, as he's finished P2 in every race except
we ended up going alongside and just giving a love tap to Rupert, as in
five.
Maybe a congratulations, yeah, high five. And is Rupert gonna rear-end him? No.
Bonko.
Yeah, Noppin has beached his car.
Oh no. Well, yeah. They have.
I don't know if it's just yeah. But yeah, that is a race, and for a Barcelona race, that's some of the best you will see. And that was very good. But behind, Nico not able to get past Kessel, right on the back of him. But yeah, just was unable to do it. So Chris is gonna come home for P10, Kessel P11, ahead of Nico in P12.
Yeah, and then Mills takes P3 in class and P13. Smelt, of course, wins again in class by taking 9th overall and first in silver. Also, good drives from Illigner and Hugos, who have Wow didn't have to fight much, but he he got a good start. He gained some places, and then he just drove in his own bubble and didn't make any major mistakes that we would have noticed. And Yugos, on a return after a lot of time, takes P5 in car number 5. That's pretty solid. And Sam also really good fight. Olivier comes out in the top. Comes out on top in the fight with Krishna for P7, and those are your results on the left there. Yeah, I mean, I think that wraps it up pretty nicely. It was a usual Barcelona race. The crash at the start obviously strung the field out a little bit, but that fight for the win was exciting until the moment Felix Rupert got ahead and we knew that Brabner didn't have anything to fight back. So it's certainly a big marker in the championship as well that I think Brabner has done basically everything right. He just was like those 3/10 in the race too slow, and his full focus must be on gaining them somehow. So I think that wraps it up.
Yeah, I think so.
Thanks everyone for watching. We've got we have got some racing over this week because 2SRL and SLR go to Monza, the Temple of Speed, and we welcome all of you for that in the live streams respectively. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.
Thank you. Take care.